Wrestling fans are fascinated with tables. What is it about the sight and sound of exploding wood that just sends us into a bloodthirsty stupor? Why does the spot never grow old? Why are the Japanese ones as unbreakable as the love between Shane McMahon and Shane McMahon? Seriously, why are they so fucking thick? But is a table spot as dangerous as it appears? Well, in North America, it's actually a relatively safe experience, usually involving a traditional flat back bump onto a fall-breaking surface comprised of compressed sawdust. Now, the metal support does pose a risk, but Hardcore Holly remains, in the WWE at least, the rule-proving back-slicing exception. Because the spot is such a good work and has endured forever, it's as commonplace on television as McMahon family drama. Watching a wrestler get driven through a table, no matter how contrived the setup, always results in a pop. Weirdly, you're more likely to see a table wreckage than an atomic drop in WWE these days. But like that annoying person in the comments below, who was first? With this in mind, I'm Jules for What Culture, and let's find out who had wrestling's first ever table spot. Wrestling historians maintain that tables were broken in the 1960s in Chattanooga. Even older wrestling historians swear that they remember seeing the spot even as far back as the 1940s in St. Louis, which, if true, means that Ryback can't claim that he invented this fad, seeing as he's laying claim to every other f***ing thing at the moment. In WWE, at least, the first table spot can be traced back to Saturday night's main event on March the 7th, 1998. The King Harley Race dropped the immortal Hulk Hogan over a weirdly non-gimmick table and, upon landing on it face first, suffered a hernia. It was the beginning of the end of Race's legendary career, but only the beginning for the spot in company lore. A full 7 years later, Diesel barged Bret Hart off the apron and onto an announce table at Survivor Series 1995. The spot, inspired by Sabu and ECW's popularization, was a sensation. Everybody from Matt Hardy to Mae Young bit the literal dust in years since. But much like Hulkamania and the Stone Cold Steve Austin character, this trope wasn't created in WWE. The reverse lineage of hardcore wrestling broadly dates back from Philadelphia to Japan to Memphis. In the years following that, in an awesome angle, Terry Funk drilled Ric Flair with a pile driver onto a table to ultimately set up their legendary I Quit match in 1989. It's almost ironic. The true vanguards of the old school were the men who set the so-called garbage precedent. Now, because the entire industry is built on fantasy and a few lies, we must refer to indisputable video footage to give credit where credit is due. And it turns out that the man who broke away from calling matches in the ring, Randy Savage, is the original innovator. Savage was not only the first person to break the hymen of but also the first to break a table with the assistance of another wrestler's skull. Back in Memphis in 1984, Savage used the most kayfabe vicious move, the pile driver, to drive Ricky Morton through a ringside table. Now, you could argue that in 1978, Joe LeDuc threw Jerry the King Lawler onto a table, but he didn't go through it. Savage absolutely shattered his and the glass ceiling in the process. The crowd was silenced in the aftermath. This was something harrowing for them, even for the notoriously barbaric Memphians. Savage's contribution to the world of wrestling is vast. He contributed awesome matches, unforgettable and unique promos, heartwarming angles, even the industry's most salacious secrets, which means that every time we see a satisfying table crunch, we should be reminded of his brilliant influence. So thank you, Randy. Vince McMahon might have not appreciated you in your own time, but we damn sure did, and we continue to do so now, which we can see has reached its apex, the legendary and best table spot ever made, the Big Show stepping through it like a tubby plonker in 2012.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe below, and if you're looking for more content like this, then try a few things that are floating about around my ears. It might be fun. I can't promise it though, but it might be.